a bit weird. She thought I was a bit weird.
I said to
She was
her
just
when we
about to
first started
turn.
going out, I said, is there something you should tell me? It's a bit of a head turner when we drive it around. And sometimes I like Maru better than Mark.
All right, hey, I'm here, all right.
Good night.
Well, Throttlers, welcome back to Throttle Down Under. Today I've got two very, very special guests. I've got Mark Tabone and I've got Lisa Curry. And I'm up here in sunny Sunshine Coast. It's been teeming, and in fact some of my my drive up yesterday was chaotic with the weather. But I'm here surrounded by incredible cars and two incredible people. So thank you for, number one, having me here and letting me have a look around and sparing some time. Mark, my audience are going to love to see all of your cars, and Lisa's as well.
Mine's better.
But what I want to do before we have a good look at the cars and show them what they want to see, I want to share with them some of your background, your entertainment. So I came across you the first time. My good friend Arnie Jude introduced me to you via the internet because she loves your Elvis show, and she said you had an incredible car collection. So I started following you, and to be honest, I've become a really big fan. I love the cars. I love your characters, which we're going to touch on some of the characters soon. But just give me a little bit of a background about your entertainment background.
Yeah, so 25 years I created a legend show, and being an entertainer, I was working weekends, had nothing to do during the week. So probably 2005, I thought, I'm going to get myself a Cadillac. And spent a whole year. Well, this is actually my third Caddy.
Right.
So I did actually buy and sell and restore a couple to upgrade to a convertible, and finally got the convertible, spent a year on it. But for me it was tax deductible because I was doing Elvis and it was a prop, you know, so I just loved that, and I thought, okay, what's another character?
Is it still tax deductible?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It is. I'm still performing. I still
Can you make
use
my
it.
car tax deductible,
I still
please?
use it for festivals.
Yeah.
If you had Happy Healthy You on that thing, you would actually, use it for work.
Oh.
So, and then John Lennon had a Beetle, so I got myself a Beetle. I got a little Mini 850, which I painted the Union Jack for Austin Powers.
Right.
Jim Morrison had a Mustang, so I had to get myself a Mustang, didn't I?
I didn't know all that.
Yeah.
I didn't know each car was like for one character.
Linked to the characters, yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Cars.
Well, and obviously the Kombi, every band, I've got a great story. This guy was hitchhiking. A friend of mine lives in the States. When he was 18, he was hitchhiking. And this Kombi van pulled up to give them a lift. And the barn door was open, smoke poured out, and they gave them a lift to Woodstock, and it was Jefferson Airplane.
Right.
The band.
Wow.
That's a true story.
Yeah.
Wayne, how you going, buddy? Yeah. And, so I just love the cars. I just love the old cars. And I was saying to Lisa, this is my favourite thing, like cleaning the cars and just, I don't know, I got the caddy ready. We had a wedding here on Saturday, and
But he only likes cleaning the classic cars.
Yeah,
not
she
the
wants me to
daily
clean
driver.
the daily driver, and I go,
I don't
okay,
understand that.
but let me finish the classics first, then I'll get around to the daily.
Yeah. I must admit, if I had classics, I think I'd be polishing them all day, every day.
Yeah. It's just a great hobby, and I know they cost you money, because if you don't use them enough, things go wrong or break seize or whatever, but, I just love it. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, if you buy just a normal car, it devalues as soon as you drive it out of the car yard.
Yeah.
But
Whereas
these
classics,
cars, they just
hold
don't.
their value.
Or increase their value.
Yeah.
I mean, this one behind you, that'd be worth a packet now.
No, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. It's exactly 10 years ago I restored that. So it took me a year, just every day going down to the panel shop. I had a friend, I became friends with him by then because the first job he did on my caddy, he was so busy. He said, "Why don't you come and give me a hand?" I said, "All right." So I pretty much did my apprenticeship
Yeah.
just giving him a hand on my own cars.
Yeah, right.
And so by the time I got to my last resto, which actually was a mini moke, but this one was 10 years ago,
Yep.
I actually did most of everything apart from welding. The only thing I didn't do was welding. Yeah, it's just I loved it. You
And
know?
I crocheted him a pillow to go.
Yeah.
I saw it. I'm going to show you the pillow
Yeah, you'll
shortly,
see that
team, but the pillow's beautiful.
I know that was our second date.
My contribution.
We met. We started chatting over the love of Kombis. So because I was selling fire extinguishers that sit on the back, on the top of the engine.
Right.
And if you know, because if you have a fuel leak, the exhaust is right there, boom, and you're driving away, you don't realise there's a fucking fire in the boot, you know. So she goes, "Oh, I'll have one of those." I said, "All right, $350." So
Never paid me back. I'd asked.
no,
we had a band though.
yeah, but we weren't together then. But you know, it's a good thing to have, and yeah. So then we started chatting, and that's how we kind of met. Yeah.
Cool. Now, if you can hear the noise, this is Marley down here. Absolutely beautiful little kelpie.
This is our Kelpie. She's full on.
Feeling left out.
She wants to play with the ball. But no, we're not playing now, Marley. Come on, up here, up.
Sit.
And you just watch the ball.
So when did you decide you were going to get into characters, entertaining as characters with Elvis? So you do Elvis, Dean Martin, Austin Powers,
Tom Jones.
Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
Lennon. Danny Zuko. I do Grease as well. But yeah, I didn't want to be stereotyped, even though I am.
Yeah.
You know, everyone just thinks I do Elvis, but I just love being an all-round entertainer.
Yeah.
And you know, you go on cruises and you can be so versatile and do so many shows, and yeah, it's great. You know.
Sit.
But yeah, I just love that period of I love the 60s and 70s. I love the cars, the fashion. You know. I'm a bit weird. She thought I was a bit weird.
I said to
She was
him
just
when we
about to
first
say
started
it.
going out, I said, "Is there something you should tell me?" He said,
Right.
"What do you mean?" And I said, "You have women's clothes in your wardrobe."
Well,
Are you sure? I'll give you one chance.
They were costumes, but I do
I didn't
have
know.
a suitcase full of fashion clothing from that time.
Right.
Yeah, men's and women's.
So I'm going out with the cross-dresser here.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
So Lisa, your combi is incredible too. How did you get involved in combis?
Well, my combi's not as incredible as this one. It's a joke when I say
it's
mine's
nice.
better, but it's hot pink, which I love. So I was driving down the highway, Gold Coast Highway, and we were following this combi, and it had a for sale sign on the back. And it was like a salmon pink.
Yep.
And I didn't know nothing about cars, so I didn't know you could just change the colour.
Right.
And it was kind of a nice pink, but it was $10,000, and I thought, well, I've always wanted a combi, so I just went out and got it, and then realised how poorly looked after it had been, and it was bogged full of Coke cans and rags and all sorts of stuff. The side wasn't very straight, so I probably spent about another $15,000 on it to get it. Coloured right,
I think you restored
sorted
it around
out.
the same time I was doing mine. 2014, just before I met you, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's funny because I don't know what attracts me so much to combis, but it really is my happy car.
Yeah.
And the combis and the 60s and 70s music for Mark and I just click. As far as personalities, we probably couldn't be more further apart. But there are some things that we're just so ingrained with, and the combi was like the first love for both of us.
Incredible. Yeah, I must say, like as I said, I'm a Volkswagen tragic. I love all things Volkswagen, even modern ones. But every time I see a combi on the road, it puts a smile on my face. It is a happy thing, and I mean, one day in my future, I hope to have a combi as well. But yeah, I think they're a brilliant car. I think they were such a simple thing. They're lightweight, and I'm thankful that you guys are keeping two on the road and keeping them alive.
Yeah, I sold
and it was
one
very
last
sad
year.
to sell that one. But I mean, how many cars can you have?
right.
And particularly Mark likes to keep them quite original.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Just make sure it gets me from A to B.
Sure.
Make sure it works.
Yeah.
Because old cars do cost you money.
They do.
And it was sad to get rid of that third one because it was really cool.
It was
You
a
did
bay
that
window.
from scratch.
It was a camper.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Lisa's is a bay window. Yours is 75. This one's a 64. and the other one was a 76. So, but yeah, I decided to part with it but it's gone to it's still here in the coast, so I haven't seen it since. But
it's kind of like if you're on the highway and you're doing 80, people give you space because they must think, oh, it's a combi. They don't go very fast. So, I mean, they can both get up to 100, but I don't like driving it that fast. Sure. And yours is an original engine. A friend of ours has got a Subaru engine in his, so his is motors. Yep. Mine's kind of in between, isn't it? So
yours is a fuel injected.
Yeah, so it depends on
pancake, they call
what you want, why you want to drive it, when you want to drive it. You know, I try and drive this as much as I can because I love it. Yeah. The dog loves it. She sits up in the back looking around. Yeah. And it doesn't matter where you park it, someone will stand next to it and have a photo taken with it, or they'll wave to you, or when he's driving it, you know, you elbow out the window and it's just like, it's I don't know, they're happy cars, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And I mean, it doesn't matter what classic car you're driving on the road. Yep. You make friends with people automatically that are driving other classic cars. They give you a wave or a thumbs up. Or
the motorcycle community's like that too. You stop on a motorbike and random people come up and have a chat to you.
There's different waves from different people. Like there's the or there's the you know, I think the older the person,
but that's the Lisa wave, isn't it?
I don't know. I feel I think I've got like a bit of a hippie side in me, which has probably always been there. You know, we love wearing hats and, you know, the overalls and just being in the combi. It's, I don't know, it takes you to a different place. Yeah.
Before we go and have a look at the cars, tell me how Maru, is it Maru?
Yeah, Maru, yeah.
Tell me about how Maru come about, because I absolutely love him.
Yeah, Marco here, the Maltese from Gozo, coming to you from the farm.
So I'm Maltese. I've got a Maltese background, and so Maltese is the red and white. And I was going to a festival, Maltese festival, in Morwell in Victoria, and I just thought, I'll just give it a bit of a plug, you know, because I was entertaining as Elvis, but I put on the accent, you know, and I said, "Oh, right, it's going to be a good day. Come on down. There's going to be lots of post-its in there. This is Maltese food, things like that." And then it's like everybody share it. It's like, I like this guy. This guy is good. He reminds me of my grandfather and my father and my uncle. And that's how it starts.
But Mark lived in Malta between the age of 8 and 17. So went to school, learnt the language, and was part of the life and culture there. So
it was embedded in me. Yeah. So it was very easy for me to become that character, and then it got so many shares, 10,000 shares overnight, or views. Yeah. And then I thought, here's another little character for me. So, and that was just before COVID. That was February of 20, and then COVID hit. And it gave me something. It gave me creative, you know, while I didn't have any work. So, and then, you know, social media was good for a lot of people with depression, things like that, because that's what. And when we went to Malta last year, I got hit up so many times.
He's so
But no, I'm talking about those stories of depression and things like that.
Those ones, There was
one guy's come up to me and said, "Mate, you saved my life. You know, because I suffer from depression
each week.
You know, and even this 18-year-old from California, I sent him a birthday message and he goes, you know, I look up to you and I think when I'm in trouble or whatever, I think, what would Marku do?" It's like, wow.
And,
you know?
And sometimes I like Marku better than Mark.
All right, I'm here. All right.
I saw him get his coffee in bed on his birthday.
Yeah. So,
because Marku is not supposed to be romantically involved with the owner, right? And sometimes I tease him a little bit. He's no.
No, don't do that.
Don't. It's fun. It's
Yeah, it is.
It's always fun around
the house.
It's
just a fun character, you know, and people relate to him so much, you know. Like I do stand-up comedy with that character. Yeah, right. Something I've never done before, so it was, you know, but I'm really comfortable with it now. You know?
So I was with a group of friends on Sunday for lunch, and my friend Carmen, who's got Maltese background as well, she loves you. And yeah, she's saying you've got to take Pastizzi up to him from Newtown. And
Did you bring?
and no, I ran out of time to get it because I hit the road early yesterday. So
Yeah, I'm watching the...
Love pastizzi.
Oh, pastizzi.
Can't eat one or two.
No.
You have to eat like, what, 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's very
Yeah.
moreish.
Yeah, very.
What a privilege it was to be able to spend some time with Mark and Lisa, get to know them a little bit better, talk all things entertainment and classic cars, and we also got to hear their origin love story, which was super, super cool. Now, if you'd like to see Lisa show me around her beautiful hot pink combi van in a little bit more detail, check out this video right here. And if you'd like to check out Mark showing me over his Cadillac and some of his other cars as well, check out the video just down here as well. Until next time, folks, throttle on, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.